What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and today I want to talk about the new guild system. Now, you can enter the guild system either in the Grand Blue event, where you just click on the guild system down here in the bottom left-hand corner, or on your front screen, you just can click on guild. Now, I really love this thing because this is something where all of your guild can actually work together to acquire a bunch of points so that you can get these tokens and cogs, right? So whenever you reach 4,000 points, you'll get 24 of these. When you reach 8,000, 24 again, and so on and so on and so on. And those things are extremely useful because you can actually go into the point shop right in here and actually, click on point shop and actually get materials for hyper tuning and get shards for Kamu, which is pretty damn awesome. So when you get this character, just doing 10 pulls, you spend 2,500 black cards, you get him automatically after 10 pulls. Then you can actually get him again. You can get 30 more shards for him and actually take him to double S completely for free after you spend the 2,500 black cards. And all these materials are what we use for hyper tuning our memories to add a lot of BP to our characters, which is actually pretty phenomenal. Really, really cool stuff. And you see my guild right now is at level 2 and they've acquired 9,415 points. Now, my guild, there aren't a lot of people that's actually participating, so we'll just kind of run through the UI a little bit. So in the bottom left-hand corner is where you can actually message all your broskies or gals if they're in there and let them know what's going on, right? I've kind of let these guys know that we need to get some players to play because so far only 10 players have played so far. Down here in the bottom right-hand corner, you have members. You can actually click on members and see how well you're doing, right? I'm in 3rd place, which is kind of bad. I need to be doing a little bit better than that. And then we have the member list, right? And you can see what players are actually contributing and what players are not contributing and so on and so on, and for me as the guild leader, I'm definitely going to be wanting players that actually participate. If you're a player that doesn't participate, then it's really not fair to the rest of the guild members because we need all the players to do this in order to get enough points so that way we can get the maximum rewards every single week. That is very, very important for the guild members. Then you have this little icon here that actually, gives a greeting if you want. You can actually change your greetings for this. You can click on this here, which actually shows you the ranking of your guild. My guild's actually doing terrible because there aren't very many people participating. And then the last one here is just the Command Bureau news, letting you know what your guild has been doing. Now in the bottom right-hand corner, in the bottom right-hand corner, you can click on reward, which is what I just clicked on a second ago. And in reward, you can actually click on this here, and the guild leader can actually set up buffs to where you can start getting increases to attack, increase the elemental damage. So right now I got this buff at level 6. Attack is increased by 12% for the Command Bureau challenges, which is nice. And then they have all kinds of other buffs with physical defense can increase, the physical damage. I go for all attack because that's going to affect every single character in the game. It's a safe way to go. And then we have all the elements here. We got fire, you can increase ice, you can increase lightning, you can increase dark, and actually come in really handy when you're playing with Kamu. And then you have some other buffs right here, extra damage increased, and then so on and so on and so on. You increase your max HP. So it's really, really important for the guild leader to make sure that they are coming in here and buffing these up every single time they get some of these point costs here, so that way they can upgrade these things so your players can actually get higher points. That's very, very important for your guild. Now, in the challenge, this is where you're going to go for the heart, right? And you can actually, look at the amount of points that the guild has done so far. We got 2 days left of this thing, and right now I'm actually in 2nd place, so great job to StarDeath there for whooping up on me. Good job, buddy. But you click on battle preparations in the bottom left-hand corner here. Now, the way this thing here works is you see the little white markers here. Each one of these markers represents a player that played this thing already. So 10 players has to play this before it's completely finished, right? There's 40 members in a guild, all right? That's the maximum amount of members that you can have in a guild. So what you're wanting to do is you're wanting to get all of these buffs because every one of these things gives you a buff, right? This deals 1,000 damage on the siege target. This is the siege target right here, right? You click on this one, increase the effective next stronghold, right? You're increasing your damage. You got this one here, which deals damage equal to 10% of damage already inflicted on siege target. So you can see that these buffs can come in very, very handy. So you can get a lot more points in these things, and your guild has to work together, right? These points here are just for you. These are the points that you acquire yourself. You can see down here in the bottom left-hand corner, I got 619,000 points. So I was able to get all the way up to 500,000 points and get all the rewards, and you're just going to get the same as the other rewards where you get the tokens. So that way you can get the hyper tuning materials. But your guild, they have to work together, right? So the guild leader, what he has to do is he has to come into the battle scheme, or she, click on battle scheme, and has to click the order that they would like this to be done in. Now, from what I understand and from the feedback that I've been getting from other players, it's really best, I don't know if it makes a huge difference, but from what I understand, it's best to start off with D&D 03, and then once 10 players complete this thing here, then they're going to want to move on to D&D 01. And then after D&D 01, they're going to want to go to D&D 04 and then D&D 02, right? You got 40 players, 10 players completes this one first, 10 players will complete this one next, 10 players complete this one next, and 10 players will complete this one next. You can only play a blue and a red one time per player, okay? So like right now, my guild has completed this one, 10 players has played it, and they have completed this one, 10 players has played this. Now they need to play the rest of them, right? And when the guild member marks these things like this, you're going to see this little green icon that's going to show you the next one to go to automatically. Something I didn't do beforehand, but it is something that I plan on doing in the future. Now, as far as red and the order that you want to do your red in, you want to start off with D&D or G&D 02, then you want to go G&D 01, and then you want to go G&D 03. This is the order that you want to do these in as far as what I understand, just so you know. Okay, so we come back out of here, and then you can look at the skill details showing all the buffs that you gain. So right now we got these buffs right here. This is for the blue, this is for the red, the difficulty settings. And the difficulty settings is, I think I made a mistake because right now we're at 7,400 points. And I believe before we started, or maybe at the end of the week, I'm not really sure exactly how this works, because it's showing 2,000 right here in difficulty level 1, and we're actually on difficulty level 2. And I can actually change this and go right to here because we already have 7,000 points. Now, the thing about this is, your command bureau points, you'll start gaining a huge amount. So the more points that you have in your guild, the more percentage of points you're actually going to gain. So if you have 1,000 points and you got this buff up, that's going to be 1,300 points instead of 1,000 points. And it's going to be that much easier to climb all the way to the top to get the maximum rewards out of this. And it's literally, you just click on this, you'd hit begin mission, and the game is going to give you characters that you can already play with, and they're also going to let you play with one of your own characters if you choose to do so. So like my Liv here, this is actually my Liv. This is not my Vera. I don't even have Vera yet on this account, obviously, right? This is not my Liv here, and this is my Bianca, right? So two of the characters that you can use are from your own roster, but they give you specific characters, right? You just can't, these are the only 4 that are available, right? And then whenever you go into the red, then you're going to be playing with a transcendent character. And you can play with either your character or you could play with the other character that's available. Funny enough, even though my Kamu is SS, I actually play with this version because he has a little bit more BP. His ultimate is unlocked. He has fully resonated memories on him, so I actually get a better score using this one instead of this one. But whenever I'm working on Kamu right now, which is what everybody should be doing, so that way they can get better scores in this guild to contribute more points for their guild. After you complete these 2 here, you'll play this once, you'll play this once, right? Then you'll click on this one here, and you'll play your siege target right here, and they will give you certain characters that you can play with the same as before, right? I got one character here that's my character, or 2 characters that are my character, right? So 2 out of the 5 are your own characters, and then the other 3 are someone else's. So you just got to make up a team between these characters so that way you can get as many points as possible. And that's how you acquire your points for yourself, right? So you play this once, you play this once. So like right here on this one here, I got 176,000. And by the way, you can play this again. You can save your data up to 3 times. So I got 2 more tries if I want to do this. So if I begin this mission and I get a better score than what I had previously, then I can save it and it adds on more points. If I can do it again after that and do the same thing over. And it's the same for the red as well, right? I only got 1 more save here, and I believe these reset every single week. So literally all you got to do in your guild is come in here, play on whichever one of these is marked, whichever one of these has that green tag. If your guild leader is doing what they should be doing, start with that one there, and then you'll go over to the red and play the one that they recommend there. Then you go into here, you'll play the boss that's in here, and then you're going to acquire these points to hopefully finish all of this out. And as your guild progresses through there, then they're going to be able to build all of these points. You got to get up to 20,000 points. So if you are a guild leader, make sure that you are setting up your battle scheme here for your players so they know which order they want to do these in. And also, and I don't know if this does this automatically or not, but also, go ahead and set this up to where it blows. Whatever points you have, put those points up there so that way you can gain a lot more points for your guild. I mean, you can see as this rises, the higher your level, the more points you actually gain, which is going to make things a lot easier as far as getting the maximum rewards. And you want to be collecting all your rewards from up here as well. I've already collected mine. And that's pretty much it with the guild. With this system, I mean, you're just going to come in here. You're going to have 3 fights. If you choose to play more fights, you can. And your guild's just working together to try to get as many points as possible to get those maximum rewards out of here. And personally, I'm just going to be looking at all my members that are not participating because it just isn't fair if players aren't playing, if they're not contributing. So I just want to make sure that there's always players that play. I don't care how many points they get. I don't care how well they do. All I care about is that they contribute and just participate in this. That way, they're helping all of their guild members out. That's what it's all about. I mean, you see right here, welcome to the guild where we work as a team to defeat our foes, Wolfpack, right? We work together to try to get the maximum rewards. So that's something I'm going to be looking out for as far as my guild members. I'm going to give them all a little bit of a chance. I'm going to put some message in here, make sure that they do know that, hey man, please participate, and do this so that way we can get these rewards out of here because, being able to hyper-tune your memories is massive for your characters. It really helps to increase their BP, their attack, their defenses, and so on. So if there's anything else about the guild system that I missed, please let me know in the comments down below. And I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GMT+7 time. The link is in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See ya.